what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Ethan Horror, this is Ethan Horror, and welcome back to my Halloween Spooktacular. What the heck? And welcome back to my Walking Dead character ranking. Took a little break from the character ranking because I was burnt out, and I did this series, and I'm actually just going to put one in. So we're going to rank all the characters from Season 7 of The Walking Dead. But as usual, before we get into it, we're on Day 9 of the Halloween Spooktacular. So let's open up one of these doors on the advent calendar. So we're on day number 9. Here we go. Oh, okay. So we got The Nun from The Nun. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of that movie, and I haven't seen the second one because I hated the first one so much. So, that's a decent Funko Pop. It's not great, but it's still pretty detailed for being this small. I don't really love the eyes. They kind of look a little weird, but otherwise, it's a pretty solid Funko Pop. So let's get right into the video because we got 29 characters to rank.
Here's Johnny.
Oh, he's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! Yes. Yes, God.
So starting off with number 29, and I'm actually going to go 2 here. I'm going to go 29 and 28 because they're both pretty much here for the same reason. Number 29, I have Natanya, and number 28, I have Simon. They're both basically here because they don't do anything. Season 7, they're just kind of like there. Natanya doesn't do anything, really, and besides, like, whine that she doesn't want to help. And Simon doesn't really do anything except be Negan's right-hand man. So, they're both interchangeable down here. Number 27, on the other hand, is Jadis. Don't know why she had to get introduced in this season, but she did, and it's not very good. She's there to have Rick get her the guns, and then betray him, and then the whole subplot with the trash people. I'm gonna call them the trash people. I don't care what their Walking Dead calls them. It all sucks. I'm gonna be honest. It's terrible, and that's why she's this low. 26. We got Gregory. He's down here again. He doesn't do anything. They just make him even more unlikable. So, that's why he's down here. Number 25, I have Olivia. You actually start to like her a little bit in this season. Not enough for me to give her a really high ranking because she's not in that many episodes, and she's really just in the one where she gets killed. She's in it for a little bit, and you kind of feel bad for her, and then she gets shot. So, like, yo, this is Ethan Horror from the editing chair. Apparently, I forgot to record 3 people. I skipped over 23, 22, and 21, so I'm just going to tell you them because I'm really tired and I don't want to go over it again. Number 23 is Richard, number 22 is Benjamin, and number 21 is Spencer. I don't really need to explain a lot of these. They're low because they're not memorable. Richard and Benjamin are memorable, but they don't do much, so I'm just going to put them a little bit lower. I'm tired, so that's all I got. But otherwise, she doesn't do anything. Sherry, on the other hand, does not piss me off. She helps Daryl escape. She's like just trying to do the right thing. She just got sucked back into the situation for, I forgot why she got sucked back. She had to like agree to marry Negan, otherwise Dwight was gonna get killed. Like she just got forced back into the situation, and then she runs off, and that's kind of what causes Dwight to switch sides. So number 17, I have Aaron. He's continuing to climb the list, but doesn't do much in this season either. He kind of starts to really build out a character, and you kind of start to see his relationship with Eric, but he kind of takes the sideline for this season for the most part. You know, after the first episode, kind of takes the sideline. #15, I have Morgan Jones. He is yet to make the top 10, but don't worry, he'll be up there soon. This is kind of when he starts to snap out of the I'm not killing people, because he's like, sometimes you have to kill people, especially in this world. So he starts to snap out of it in this season, but he's still kind of on edge about it. And he just decides to stay at the kingdom. He wants to be friends with Carol. Like, I mean, all the stuff he does is good. He just doesn't do enough for me to really boost him into the top 10 right now. Okay, we are at 14 now with Eugene Porter. This is kind of the season where you start to not like Eugene because, you know, he goes to the sanctuary and he kind of starts to take in their way of life and just kind of become kind of a jerk, for lack of a better word. But he makes the bullet for Rosita, and then he gets captured and kind of turned into a savior. So that's really all he does. He kind of makes him a little bit more unlikable in this season, but he's still fine. 13, I have Jesus. He definitely does better in this season. He kind of forms more of a relationship with Maggie and Enid, but otherwise, again, he doesn't do a lot. He's kind of like a side main character in this season, but he starts to do more, starts to take in more responsibility, starts to build more relationships, starts to build up his character, and I really like that, so I'm going to put him a little bit higher. Number 12, I have Tara Chambler. Don't really remember a lot she does in this season. All I remember is she's likable. I mean, and she has pretty much like an entire episode of the season based around her and get how she washed up on the shore of Oceanside and how she comes back. Like, just gotta kind of explain it. So we got a whole episode with her, just kind of boost her a little bit higher on the rankings. And she's not a bad character. She's actually pretty good for this season. But I avoid putting her out of the top 10 because she still feels like the side main character to me. Like, she's a part of the main group, but she's the most side character. I feel like sometimes the show forgets about her. Number 11, I'm going to have Carol Pelletier. She is climbing right back up to the top 10 because she knocks off that stupid act that she has by the end of the season, where she's like scared to kill anyone, and then by the end she just kind of shakes it off. So like it makes that whole thing absolutely useless. Like, why was she even scared in the first place? Because now she's back to normal and she's fine. Like, number 10, yes, the first season he's in, he's gonna make top 10. That's gonna be King Ezekiel. Wow, was I blown away by this character. I did not think that this character was gonna work out, but he did, and I loved his character. He is one of my favorite characters in the show right now. On season 10 right now, and he's still one of my favorite characters. Like, I love King Ezekiel, and part of the reason is because he has such a great introduction where he just is powerful, and you know he's kind of acting as the king, but he took over that role because that's what the people needed. And, you know, he like reads Carol like a book. She is, like, he's the only person who can see what she's doing. And he starts to build up a relationship with Morgan and Benjamin, which makes it even more sad when Benjamin dies in the end. But I love Ezekiel, and I think he definitely earned a top 10 spot. and which leads to Sasha getting killed. So Rosita just number 8, Enid. She continues to be. I think she was in the top 10 last time. I don't remember. It's been a while since I filmed the video. But she's in the top 10 again because she starts to form a relationship with Maggie and Jesus. And you see that, like, afterwards she wants to go to Hilltop to honor Glenn for kind of saving her. I think that was last. Yeah, well, it would have had to been because Glenn's not in this season. Where Glenn kind of saves her. She wants to go back and honor him. And she forms a relationship with Maggie again, because we didn't really get to see her relationship in season 6, where like Maggie and Glenn kind of adopted Enid, but like not fully, and the relationship starts to build back up at like Hilltop here, so we get to actually see it. So she's gonna take number 8. He just humbles Rick and just shows everyone who is boss until they all decide to try to kill him. Understandable. But yeah, I don't like putting him in the top 10, but when he's a good villain like that, kind of have to reward it. Coming in at number 6, this might be the lowest he's been. Daryl Dixon. Not because he's a bad character, he's quite good in this season. He's just got 5 incredible characters following him in the top 5. And because for most of the season, he's trapped in the cell at the Sanctuary being tortured by Dwight. And he has little to no lines because Negan doesn't let him talk. And he only escapes towards the end of the season, which he is then stranded at the Kingdom and stranded at Oceans. Where he's then stranded at the Kingdom and stranded at Hilltop because he can't come back to Alexandria because Negan will find him there. So he's not really in the season much. He doesn't really get many lines. So there's no way to like improve his character. But needs Daryl. He's got to have a top 10 spot. Number 5. This is for sure the highest she's ever been. Sasha Williams. So you guys know, haven't been a fan of this character at all. But in 2 episodes, they managed to make you like her. Especially for this season. The episodes leading up to her death, where she breaks into the Sanctuary with Rosita and eventually just leaves Rosita and just tries to kill him herself. Doesn't work out. She has to kill herself, and she almost kills Negan as a walker, but doesn't work out. But she's a great character. I think this is definitely her standout season, especially learning all the stuff that happened with her and Abraham and their chemistry, and it just makes it all the sadder when she kills herself in the box. Coming in at number 4, I have Carl Grimes. He continues to climb the list for me. I used to think he was annoying. He's not annoying for me anymore, especially as he starts to build a relationship with Enid. You know, you don't get to see it as much in this season because Enid moved to Hilltop. But otherwise, like, they have a good relationship, and he has a great relationship with Michonne and his dad. So, yeah, Carl is a great character. Especially, I think, in, like, season 6, 7, 8, he's at his peak. Number 3, we got Maggie Rhee. She continues to be one of my favorite characters in the show, especially in this season, as she's driven to try to kill Negan. Even though she's still pregnant, she just wants to murder him. And she's really good at, like, hiding from the Saviors, but also not hiding from the Saviors, like taking over Hilltop, showing Gregory who's boss. Like, all that stuff is great. She is just proving herself more and more that she's one of my favorite Walking Dead characters. But for season 7, I'm going to take Michonne at number 2. Michonne in this season is kind of... she's falling in love with Rick. Their relationship grows really quickly in this season, and she doesn't want to listen to Negan, and she thinks that Rick wouldn't want to either, but Rick is trying to save his family right now and save everyone and then worry about Negan. So, you know, you understand, and you understand both sides. Like, Michonne, she wants to just go kill him right away, but, you know, we can't do that. We learned that with Rosita. Can't just try to take him on alone. So she listens to Rick, and she just does whatever he wants for now, and then eventually by the end of the season, they try to take him down. You can check out the rest of my Halloween Spooktacular and the rest of my Walking Dead character rankings. This is actually going to go in 3 playlists, so you'll be able to find this video pretty significantly. Go check out the rest of the Walking Dead character rankings. I put a lot of time and effort into them. I'll see you guys next time.